Good morning everyone. In this video, we are going to cover the current affairs. For mobile optimized ebooks, please install GK Today Academy app. For regular updates, please join our Telegram channel. The link is given in the description box. We have started a new channel, Civils Academy. You can subscribe to it if you find it relevant. Now, let's start. Which state or union territory launched a new initiative named Jail Tourism? So, it is an initiative by the Maharashtra government. Now, what is the meaning of this term? Jail tourism. It means the jails where many freedom fighters were jailed. These jails will be developed as tourism site. So it will have twin benefit. A, it will provide revenue to the state. B, people will be aware about history. So the state of Maharashtra launched this program with Yerwada jail. It will also include Nagpur, Thane and Ratnagiri jails. Now recently Maharashtra was also in news because of Lonar Lake. So recently Lonar Lake was included in the list of Ramsar sites. Ramsar is a convention for the protection of wetlands. Recently Sokar Lake was also included in this list. It is a lake in Ladakh and it is the 42nd site from our country. Recently Ladakh was in news as its tableau was presented during the Republic Day ceremony, and it is the first time that the tableau of Ladakh as a union territory was presented during the Republic Day ceremony. During this Republic Day ceremony, the tri-service contingent of Bangladesh participated in this Republic Day ceremony. India and Bangladesh are celebrating 50 years of their relations this year. Next question is, Udyog Sahayak Enterprise Network, which was in news, is a draft policy proposed by which trade organization? So it has been proposed by FICCI in association with Azim Premji University and TISS. So the name of initiative is Udyog Sahayak Enterprises Network, that is USC NET. And for this Azim Premji University, FICCI, that is Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry, and TISS, that is Tata Institute of Social Sciences, participated. So what is the objective of this initiative? Objective is to provide services to the nano and micro enterprises. This will help in creating employment opportunities. This will also improve the ease of doing business. What is FICCI? It is Federation of Indian Chambers of Commerce and Industry. It was established in 1927. It is a non-governmental trade organization. The headquarters of FICCI is in New Delhi, and as of now, Mr. Uday Shankar is the president of FICCI. Now, in the context of ease of doing business, there is a report published by World Bank. Answer in comment box, what is India's rank as per the latest report? Next question is, which union ministry has launched an e-magazine named Shauryavan? So it has been launched by MOD, that is Ministry of Defense. Present Defense Minister is Mr. Rajnath Singh. So the name of e-magazine is Shauryavan. Now this Defense Minister is the head of DAC, that is Defense Acquisition Council. So this Defense Acquisition Council is the highest decision-making body in the Defense Ministry for the matters related to the acquisition for three services, that is Air Force, Army, Navy and Indian Coast Guard. So for the matters related to the acquisition for these security forces, DAC is the highest decision-making body. Now what is the meaning of this term acquisition? It means to acquire new weapon, new machine, and this DAC is headed by Defense Minister. Recently, this tri-services were also in news because of MFAX. So it is a tri-service exercise which was recently conducted in the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. Next question is, which state or union territory has launched the new MSAND policy? M stands for manufactured. So recently, this policy has been launched by Rajasthan government. The Chief Minister of Rajasthan is Ashok Gehlot. So this policy would encourage the production of manufactured sand, which is called as MSAND, and therefore it will reduce the dependency on traditional sand which is used for the construction work. Recently, Rajasthan was also in news because of Indira Rasoi Yojana. It was also in news because of RBI, as RBI decided to set up automated banknote processing center in Jaipur in Rajasthan. RBI was also in news because of PIDF. PIDF is Payment Infrastructure Development Fund. Recently, RBI issued operational guidelines for this. It was also in news because of Jayant Kumar Das Committee. This committee has been constituted to regulate the digital lending frauds. Next question is, which country hosted Online International Climate Adaptation Summit, that is CAS. So it has been hosted by Netherlands, and our Prime Minister participated in this event. So during this event, a report was released, and it is State and Trends in Adaptation 2020. So as per this report, the global funding must be increased tenfold to meet the climate risk mitigation data of UNEP. What does that mean? Simply, it means that because of climate change, there are new problems, and to adjust in this new environment, we need more financial support. Now, what is UNEP? It is United Nations Environment Program. The headquarters of UNEP is in Nairobi. Nairobi is in Kenya. Recently, Oxfam International was also in news. In fact, the headquarters of Oxfam is also in Nairobi in Kenya. Oxfam is a non-governmental organization. Recently, it published a report, and the title of this report was The Inequality Virus. Recently, UNEP was also in news as it published a report, and the name of report is Adaptation Gap Report. Next question is, which union ministry organizes Bharat Parv event every year on the occasion of Republic Day celebrations? So this is organized by MOT, that is Ministry of Tourism, and this is organized on the occasion of Republic Day ceremony. This event is organized to show our rich cultural diversity. So different states and union territories will display their cultural uniqueness, their tourism destinations, their cuisine, handicraft, and other unique features. Recently, Tourism Ministry was also in news as it released India Tourism Statistics, and as per this report, Uttar Pradesh witnessed highest number of domestic tourists, and Tamil Nadu received highest number of foreign tourists. In our country, National Tourism Day is celebrated on 25th of January. On the other hand, the World Tourism Day is celebrated on 27th of September. And for World Tourism Day, we have World Tourism Organization. The headquarters of this organization is in Spain. The capital of Spain is Madrid. Next question is, which union ministry proposed National Mission on Edible Oil? So this has been proposed by Union Agriculture Ministry. It is a mission of worth 19,000 crores. Now the objective of this mission is to achieve self-sufficiency in cooking oil production in upcoming 5 years. Please note that India is highly dependent on imports of edible oil. Usually India spends approximately 75,000 crore annually in importing edible oil. Now if we are going to achieve self-sufficiency in this, A, it will reduce our import cost, B, it will generate employment opportunities in our country, and third benefit would be our reduced dependency. Next question is, which Indian economist has been selected to be the part of United Nations High-Level Advisory Board on Socio-Economic Challenges in Post-COVID-19 World? So, Indian economist Jati Ghosh has been selected to be the part of United Nations High-Level Advisory Board, and this board is going to make recommendations to the UN Secretary General for making the response to the future after COVID era. Now, the present Secretary General of United Nations is Antonio Guterres. He is from Portugal. Capital of Portugal is Lisbon. Recently, this country was in news because of presidential elections, as President Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa won the presidential elections in Portugal. The Prime Minister of Portugal is Antonio Costa. Next question is, what is the name of tax to be imposed in India on pollution-causing vehicles? So the name of this tax is Green Tax. This has been approved by Ministry of Road Transport and Highways. So a tax will be imposed on the old vehicles which cause pollution. The Ministry of Road Transport also approved a policy for deregistration and scrapping of vehicles which are owned by the government and which are more than 15 years old. What does that mean? It means the 15 years old vehicles will be deregistered and they will not be used. So why this is done? This is done to prevent vehicular pollution. Apart from that, this green tax will be imposed on those vehicles which are causing more pollution. So this green tax will be levied at the rate of 10% to 50% of road tax depending on the pollution level. That means if your vehicle is polluting more, then you will have to pay more tax. Now this is on the lines of polluter pay principle. Now what is this polluter pay principle? It means if you are polluting the environment, you will have to pay its cost. Next question is, which Indian organization is examining about the need and operationalization of digital currencies in India? So RBI, that is our central bank, is examining the need of central bank digital currency in our country. RBI is our central bank. Recently RBI was in news as it designated 3 banks as DSIB, that is domestic systemically important banks. These 3 banks are SBI, ICICI and SDFC Bank. Recently RBI was also in news because of MPC, that is Monetary Policy Committee. It is a 6-member committee, out of which 3 are from RBI and 3 are appointed by the government. Few months ago 3 members were appointed by the government, and these 3 members are Jayant Verma, Shashank Bhide and Ashima Goel. This Monetary Policy Committee is chaired by RBI Governor. Present RBI Governor is Mr. Shaktikant Das. So these were the most important questions. Now we are going to cover important news events. So first is related to Padma Bhushan Award. So former Chief Minister of Assam, Mr. Tarun Gogoi, and former Consumer Affairs Minister, Mr. Ramvilas Paswan, was selected for this award. On the other hand, former Prime Minister of Japan, Mr. Shinzo Abe, was selected for Padma Vibhushan. Next is Union Budget. So it is a mobile app that has been developed by NIC, that is National Informatics Center, under the guidance of DEA. DEA is Department of Economic Affairs and it is under Finance Ministry. Present Finance Minister is Nirmala Sitharaman. Finance Minister is the Chairperson of GST Council and of FSDC, that is Financial Stability and Development Council. Next is TCS. So recently TCS became the most valued IT services company and it surpassed Accenture. Next is GB Pant. So GB Pant had served as our Union Home Minister from 1955 to 1961. Recently, he was in news because his statue was removed from Parliament premises recently and now it will be unveiled at new location in Delhi. Next is Giuseppe Conte. So he was the Prime Minister of Italy. Recently, he resigned. Next is off-budget borrowing. So off-budget borrowing means borrowing outside the budget. That means you are not going to show this in your budget figures. So in this context, please read about fiscal deficit, revenue deficit, what is FRBM, what is expansionary policy, what is fiscal stimulus. And last news is related to Estonia. So recently, Kaja Kallas was in news as she is going to be the first women Prime Minister of Estonia. So these were the most important news events. Now test questions. So first question is, as per the recent publications of JADSI, that is Geological Survey of India, which region of India is home to as many as 428 species? This region is a Ramsar site as well. We have already covered it in our previous videos. Next is, the Union Budget mobile application has been developed by which institution? Third question is, the Treaty on the Prohibition of Nuclear Weapons was approved by the United Nations General Assembly in which year? Next question is, the former Prime Minister of which country has been awarded the Padma Vibhushan Award in 2021? Next question is, Marcelo Rebelo de Sousa has been re-elected as the President of which nation? The capital of this nation is Lisbon. Next is, Kaja Kallas is said to become the first women Prime Minister of which country? Next question is, what type of missile is Akash NG which was test fired recently? Next question is, which IT company became the world's most valued IT services company? And next question is, which is the first private sector defense company to be granted Green Channel status? So this is a question from last month's current affairs. Next question is, India's largest hockey stadium will be set up in which state of India? Next question is, which state has approved a bill to make Bodo an associate official language of state? And last question is, which international association has banned to export plastic waste to the poorer countries? So these were the test questions. The answers will be discussed only if more than 500 students are going to comment. So that was all for the day. Thank you.